Lencho the farmer lived on the only house that was there on the top of a hill. The hill was low heighted. From there, a river and a ready to harvest cornfield were visible. The field belonged to Lencho, and he had the utmost confidence that the harvest would reap great profits. The only thing that he awaited was rainfall. In this hope, he spent an entire morning gazing at the sky in the northeast direction from where a drizzle was expected to shower on his field. The man, while looking at the sky, confidently tells his wife that they are going to have a rain shower, to which the lady replies by saying, "Only if everything happens as they hope and expect." Their elder children were working at the field and the younger ones were playing near the house when Lancho's wife calls everyone for dinner. It is during that time drops of rain began to fall, hereby proving the farmer's prediction to be true. The wind was pleasant and the clouds could be seen approaching from the northeast sky. Lancho goes out of the house to take pleasure in feeling the droplets on his body. He refers to the drizzle as coins, large droplets being equivalent to 10 cents and the smaller ones 5 cents. He says so because these raindrops would ensure a good crop which would eventually get them a lot of money. On seeing everything go as expected, Lencho reflected upon the field and the flowers covered with droplets which seemed as if they were wrapped in a curtain. Unexpectedly, strong wind started blowing, leading to a hailstorm. Satirically, the writer refers to these pallets of frozen rain as new silver coins. The innocent boys became playful and went out in the rain to play and collect these hailstones which looked like frozen pearls. The farmer now starts worrying and hopes that the storm gets over quickly, which to his utmost disappointment didn't. The hailstones covered the entire valley, including the house, garden, hillside, and the cornfield. It made everything look so white that it seemed as if the entire field was covered with the salt. Lancho became stressed and disappointed as everything went against the plan. The trees had shed their leaves, corns were smashed, and the flowers had also fallen from their plants. While standing in the withered fields, he conveyed his dismay and sorrow to his sons by commenting that the effect of the storm proved to be worse than that of crop destroying insects. All their hard work had gone in vain. He felt helpless, as no corn had been left, and feared that they might have to starve this time. Even after everything had gone southwards, the family still had hope in their hearts of hearts. They had faith in the Almighty even after nothing was left. They gave each other support and recalled a saying which assures that no one ever dies of starvation. Lancho spent his entire night thinking of the only option left, that was to seek the help of God, who had been informed, has its eyes and its ears everywhere. He thought of writing a letter to God conveying his grievances. Despite spanning all these years working at the farm, he still knew how to write. He started writing on Sunday morning and thought of mailing it himself by going to the town. In his letter to God, he communicated his poverty stricken situation and mentioned that he needed 100 peso to regenerate the crops along with surviving until they are ready to harvest. On the envelope, he wrote to God. Then, at the post office, placed stamp on the letter and dropped it in the mailbox. A postman who was also an employee of the post office noticed Lancho's letter and showed it to the postmaster. They both felt amused, but the postmaster, fat and friendly, immediately developed a sense of seriousness. He was astounded at the moment when amount of faith Lancho has in God and wished he had the same. With good intention, the postmaster read the letter and thought of replying to it so as to keep the writer's belief intact. But the writer expected the reply in a different way that could not be fulfilled with pen, paper, and morals. The farmer had demanded for 100 peso. The postmaster, along with his colleagues and a few friends who were more than willing to donate for a good cause, collected a pool of money to help Lancho. Despite his best efforts, he was only able to collect an amount not more than half of what was required. He then addressed it to the Lancho along with a letter which was undersigned by God. Next Sunday, Lencho came looking for the reply a bit earlier than expected. The postman handed him the letter, waiting to see him joyful and surprised, while the postmaster, feeling satisfied, oversaw it from his office. On the contrary, the farmer got disheartened on seeing that the money was less than what he asked for. His faith is still undeterred and he believed that God cannot make such a mistake. On being disappointed, he started looking for the ink and paper to write to God again. While writing, his eyebrows got curled out of the concentration with which he was drafting a new request. On completing the affixed it with a stamp, as soon as he dropped it into the mailbox, the postmaster took it out to read it. Lancho complained that he had only received 70 peso and he is really in need of his remaining amount. He doubted the integrity and honesty of the post office employees and suggested that the money should not be sent via post because he doubted that the staff at the post office must have stolen the missing amount.